Hello, Emre. How are you, sir? I have you as being present. Hello, Doa. I'm doing well. How are you? Actually, I'm kind of tired. Hello, Zedanaz. Raminez. Online teaching is surprisingly taxing. I'm going to step away for 2 seconds and refill my water. Hello, Emir. I'll mark you as being present. Hello, cat. Hello, Sude. I see you here. Hello, Elifsu. I see you here as well. Emre Doa, Zedanaz, Minez, Emir, Sude, Elifsu. Okay. Doing my best. Hello, Dokkan. I have you here. I'm present. Thank you, sir. Okay, we'll get started in just a moment. We have about a third of the class. Almost half. I don't know why there are only 7 people, Emir. Hello, Metin Mert. How are you, sir? Okay. Tuku, you have barely met the cutoff for being on time. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and roll. So today I want to introduce you to the optic, hello Berk Ali, to the optic method of analysis. Who is that? Who is attractive director? I'm not able to decipher your name. Hello, Sarah Sue. Hello, Elena. English, please, Doa. Okay, so Berk Ali, please be professional in the chat, okay? So we have Serasu, we have Elena, we have Berk Ali. Arda. Who is attractive director? I don't know who you are. Hello, Mina. True, video chat is forbidden. Hello, Ismail. Nope, Elena is Elena. Okay, well, attractive director, since I don't know who you are, I'm not able to mark you present or absent. Hello, Doa. Yeah, so I'm not allowed to see you. I can't see you. Hello, Yilmaz, I see you. You are present. I wonder if I'm able to. I'm not. Okay. I'm sorry, Berkali. We will do our best. Okay, so what I want to do today is introduce the optic method of analysis. You will need 2 documents open for today's class. You will need your GP 3.5 packet, and you will need the second document that I posted just a few minutes ago, photos used for optic analysis. So please go ahead and get both of those things open. In your GP 3.5 packet, please look at the bottom of page 4, the top of page 5. Okay, so bottom of page 4, optic OPTIC, just like soapstone stood for speaker, occasion, audience, purpose, subject, and tone. Optic also stands for something. Optic stands for overview, parts, title, interrelationships, and conclusion. So it's a different way to look at images. So we're just going to jump right into it. The overview part of I'm sorry, it's freezing. That's apparently an issue. I've had it in some other classes. I don't think my live stream is disconnecting, so I think it's on. I think it's on the end of the viewer. Unfortunately. Hello, Yaz. Welcome. Okay. So the O in optic stands for overview. This is much like subject of soapstone analysis. So if you look at the document photos used for optic analysis, let's look at the first image. It's 2 people kissing in front of a fire. So overall, other than that, tell me what you see. Somebody type in and tell me what you see in this picture. I've given you most of it. 2 people kissing in front of a fire. What do you see? What else is here? Where are they? Okay, fire, yeah. Let me pop out my chat. Hold on. Okay, so there's fire, street. Good, good, good. Okay, so we are jumping ahead. Hold on. We are jumping ahead. You are correct in all of the things you are saying. However, the overview. So what you are looking at, all of you are right. However, what you are looking at is the P. What you're talking about is the P of that's next. I'll get to it in just a second, okay? O is the overview. It's a general summary of what's in the image, okay? Can you see me? We good? Okay, so I will make sure that everybody can see what I'm saying. I'm sorry I froze. The internet is our biggest issue. So O is overview. The overview of the image we are looking at is 2 people standing in a street, kissing in front of a fire. That's it. Okay, that's overview. Super simple. Yeah. Next part, P. One second. Now, P is parts, correct, non-detailed. P is parts of the image. This is detailed, okay? No, that's fine. Put that in. That's absolutely correct. Elif Su, that was absolutely correct. It's not detailed. It's just a general overview. Now, parts of the image. I believe you guys identified a lot of the parts. So if you look back up a little, if you scroll back up, we have fire. There's a street. Somebody said graffiti. There are masks. Okay, so they're wearing masks. So parts. So we have mask. We have a fire. We have graffiti on the walls. Probably misspelled graffiti. There we go. So we have graffiti on the walls. Somebody said a mask. Okay. What else do we have here? What do you notice over in the background? What do you notice over in the background on the left-hand side of the image? There are some people gathered. Good. Now, Dokan and Ismail and Metin Mert, here's the thing. You are correct in that there is some sort of protest or some sort of rebellion, right? But that comes a little bit next. That comes to that comes into the interrelation. Okay, so people gathered, graffiti on the walls. Good. The road is closed. Good. All of these things are parts of the image, right? What else? Are there any other parts of the image we need to discuss? Some buildings, okay. So let's say buildings off to either side. He is half naked. So we don't really know where his shirt is, right? The other woman has a backpack. Okay. What do you notice in the very, very background of the image? So here we see these older buildings, right? So Sude, you said that there were buildings. Do those buildings look new or do they look a little bit older? Okay, good. Older buildings. Now, what do you see in the very, very background? Behind the fire, behind the trees, behind the older buildings, what do you see? A new building. Good. New building in the background. Excellent. A tall building, right? So, guys, I love that you're so participatory. This is awesome. It's to me, this is just like class, but I can't hear your lovely voices. Yeah, so you have this juxtaposition, right? What does juxtaposition mean? Remind me. You know it. You've learned it. Yes, Doa, the new building is part of the picture. A juxtaposition is, let's see, yes, two opposite things put together for the purpose of what? Good. Excellent. Mina, Doa, good job. Two opposite things. Yes, Doa, also good job. Yeah, also that for the purpose of creating a new idea. Good. So this is the part of the picture. Okay? We've done the part of the picture. Yeah? So we've done O is overview. P, parts of the picture. OP, right. Now, T. The T. Someone tell me what the T is. What does T say according to your GP 3.5 packet? I'll discuss it. Title, good. Excellent. No Berkali, not T-Rex. Title, good. So on some images, you will have, good. Thank you, Minez. So we have, on this specific image, the title is a capture, okay? A couple kisses next to a burning barricade during protests in Santiago, Chile, as part of International Women's Day, March 8th, okay? The author is Gaston Brito Miserocchi. I'm probably destroying that name. And then it's published with Getty Images, right? So do you know anything about Getty Images? Anybody know anything about Getty Images? No, my Spanish is terrible. Anybody know anything about Getty Images? It is. Yes, English only, please. So Getty Images it's like news, right? It's news images. People work for Getty Images, and those images get put into news. So immediately, yeah, right? Official kinds of pictures that are used for news. So what does the publisher of the picture tell you about this image? Where. It does tell you where, but the fact that it comes from a publisher that gives a lot of news images, nope, not celebrity. It tells you that this is an official picture, okay? Okay, so Arda, with T, you look at title and you look at author, right? The thing that title and author tell you about an image, we know that this guy might be from Chile. The Gaston Brito guy might be from Chile, right? So it lets you know that he is from the area, quite possibly. We know where it is, and we know why it's happening. It's happening because International Women's Day. So given that they're having a protest, a somewhat seemingly violent protest on International Women's Day, what does that tell you about how Chile sees Women's Day? What do you think? What about freedom, Berkali? It is a bad photo for Women's Day. It probably tells you that Chile doesn't value Women's Day very highly, right? Clearly, this guy, well, we'll get to that in just a moment. We'll get to that in just a moment. So that's a great answer. An opportunity to cause chaos in order to protect women's rights. That is actually an answer to the conclusion and or interrelation, but we'll get there in just a minute. No, Chile is a country. Chile is in South America. Yeah? Chile is in South America. Okay. So does the caption of the image help you to understand what's going on? Thank you, Yaz. Okay, so in some cases, the title and author will help you to understand what's going on in the image, right? Sometimes it won't. It does, it helps us to understand a little bit here because we know it's a part of International Women's Day. We know it's a protest, right? Right, it gives an idea. It generally lets you know what's up, yeah? So we have O is the overview. We have P is the parts. T, title and author, right? Well, now we're going to get to that, okay? So, in terms of analysis, O, P, and T are, we'll get to that in just a second. So O, P, and T in terms of analysis isn't really analysis. It's just identification, okay? You are simply identifying what's there. Then we get to I and C. This is a little bit more complicated. So for I is images and interrelationships. As it says in the packet, this is where the analysis starts. You've already described everything in the picture. Now analyze how the different elements in the P section relate to each other. You guys immediately, as soon as you started looking at the image, you started analyzing the interrelationship, right? So let's keep talking about that. What do you notice about the man and the woman? Tell me about them together. What do you notice? What do you think? Do you think they're in love? Okay, so look at how they're holding each other. He is hugging her. She has her hands around his waist, right? So it seems they are dingy. They're a little dirty, right? But they're in a protest. Well, look at her. I mean, she looks like she's got a fairly nice backpack. She's wearing a nicer looking shirt. She's wearing, looks like you can see the little red there, the red on her jeans. So it looks like she's got brand label jeans. So her privilege might not be that low, you know. He looks like he has some scars on his arm. So he might have been through a couple things, right? You could say love is painful. Now, somebody asked a minute ago if they were part of the protest. So what do you think? Based on their clothes, do you think they're part of the protest? Do you think they're against the protest? They're against part of. Interesting. So, Arda, you think they're against the protest. Why is that? Well, he usually has reasons. Huh. Okay. Well, so there are a couple different things we can say here. We can say that there is an interrelationship between the woman herself and the whole protest, right? So you can say that it depends on what you assume the protest is for. Given there's a protest on Women's Day, it could be that women are not valued, right? So if she were protesting with them, that would mean she would be fighting for women to be valued. This is just something we can assume, right? So chances are, since they're prepared for the protest, he's wearing like a bandana around his face, she's wearing a mask. Just couples kissing if we protest Women's Day, they're alone, no one else kissing. Well, we don't know. I'm getting emails from students. I'm sorry. That's what that noise is. They might not want their faces to appear. Also, we know there's a fire, right? So we know there's a fire. We know there's smoke. We know that it might be hard to breathe with all that smoke. So that's why they might be wearing the masks, right? Well, chances are if they're out in the middle of the street, they're going to be noticed, right? So let's look at this other thing. Let's look at this other interrelationship. So we see people on the left-hand side of the image. Do the people in the front of the image, the man and the woman kissing, do they seem afraid of the protesters? No, right? So what would that tell you about whether or not they were apart? So what the fact that they're not afraid of the protesters, what does that tell you about whether or not they're part of the protest? Right. They don't care. So chances are they are part of this protest, right? Chances are they're a part of it. Right. Okay. Now here's another thing. Let's discuss this. We see this this older style of building in the forefront of the image. In the back, we see the newer, taller skyscraper building, right? So, what could you say about the interrelation between those two things? What do you think? They are. What could be one reason for this protest, given that you have a difference between the style and quality of buildings where this is taking place, and then over in the background? I mean, yes, the photographer did want to create a juxtaposition. He wanted to create love, fire. Okay, how does that seem offensive, Minas? Oh, okay, I got you. I don't think I don't think anybody else took your comment to be offensive, Minez. I think you're good. Okay, so actually, Yaz, that's a really good comment. That could be a really good comment. Okay, so um, so given that you've got a bunch of people, and this is responding to Mert's comment, given that you have a bunch of people who are protesting in the streets of an area that seems to have a lower quality of building, more graffiti. Clearly, they feel comfortable setting a fire in the middle of the street. I don't see any cops. It does immediately create a juxtaposition between wealth and poverty. Um, okay, so for the moment, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to C. Okay, because I do want to get to more than one image this class period. Next class period, I will let you guys work on your own, but I do want to get to more than one image, okay? So C, we've been through O, P, T, and I. C is the conclusion, right? Good, thank you, Elena. So we have looked at the overview. We've looked at the individual parts of the image. We've looked at the title and the author. We've looked at the images and the interrelationships between the images. So now it's time to draw a conclusion about the image as a whole. Okay? So, what kinds of conclusions can you draw about the image as a whole? So in the packet I have, what's the artist trying to say overall? Ideally, you will unite the parts of the picture, title, and interrelationships in this conclusion. So what would be a conclusion that you could come to about this image as a whole? I'll wait for you to respond. Think of interrelationship between parts. Let me see if I can. Haha! I can do that. Okay. Okay, let me read what you guys said and respond. So Doa, your conclusion doesn't quite reference all of the images, right? It's not just, or sorry, all of the parts and the title. It's not just rich versus poor. We know that there is Doa, that's Bulukbaşı, that's a good conclusion. That's good. That's good. Doğan, your conclusion doesn't quite get at all of the different aspects, right? It does address some of the different parts of the image, but doesn't address all of them. Yaz, people at the poor side of the city aren't in peace. Again, same thing. Your conclusion doesn't quite address all parts of the image. Metin Mert, same thing. Doa, that's good. No, I was talking about Doğan's comment. Doa Bulukbaşı, yours is good. I mean, that involves a lot of the different parts of the image. It involves the title. It involves the interrelationships. Arda, I did not see yours. I'm sorry, man. You don't have to fight to protest. You can do it with love too. Okay, that's good. That's good. But is there more that you can say? Well, I mean that's good. That's good for one phrase of the conclusion. Okay, Elifsu. So what I was saying was C is the conclusion, right? How are you going to unite, to bring together the different parts and the interrelationship between the different parts and the overview and the title and author? How are you going to bring all those things together into one conclusion about the image? Okay, so Serasu, that's good for the first half of your conclusion phrase, right? But that addresses the title and like some of the parts of the image. But in order to do this well, right, it's important to incorporate all of the different aspects of O, P, T, and I into your conclusion. Okay? This is a good start. What I want to do next, I want to move on to another image. I want to do a second image. Let's look at the second one down. Okay? Thank you all for excellent participation for that first image. That's awesome. Okay, second one down. Someone give me the overview. What's going on in this second image? So this is the second image in the document I gave you. Okay. That's a good overview. Two people standing on the balcony. Yaz, I put it on Google Classroom, sir. Here, let me see if I can do this. Give me 1 second. Let me try something, Yaz. Hold on. Aha. Okay, Yaz, I put the second image in the Google chat. Okay? So, overview. Overview would be two people, both standing on separate balconies talking. Boom. That is the overview. Yeah? So, the overview is just simply two people standing on balconies talking, right? So, what are the different parts? What are the different parts of this image? Okay. Okay, Doa, thank you. So we have one old woman and one young man, right? Those are two different parts of the image. What else do we have? Okay, let's press pause. Nobody else say anything for a minute. I want to address, so Ismail, they are definitely talking to each other. That's correct. Okay. Protection about coronavirus. So that's part of the title. Okay. You are correct. It is. It is Spain. Okay. Loneliness. So Berkali, you said loneliness. Now, would that be the interrelation between two parts, or would that be the actual parts? That would be the interrelation between two different parts, right? You can kind of guess that from the fact that two people are standing on separate balconies when, people like to stand closer to each other to talk, right? So that would be more of the interrelation between different parts. Okay, Dokkan, yes. Two people are talking from the balcony because they're in quarantine. Doan, one young, one old. Yes, good. The contrast part, saying there's contrast, would be the interrelation between two different things. Emir, promoting to stay at home due to virus. Again, that would be the interrelation because you're looking a little bit deeper. The woman is older. Yes, good. Because lockdown, they're seeing each other from the balconies. Okay, that's fine. Because the lockdown, they're seeing each other from the balconies. At least those are the parts. Old one is in danger. So we know that, but that's not Berkali. We know that, but that's not expressly in the image, right? Old balcony with plants. Okay, good. Yaz, that is part. Difference of houses. Again, yes. One is empty. Okay, good. That's part of it. The young one seems to love plants. Okay. He has a plant. Yes. Missing people interaction. Okay, again, that would be more of the interrelation, right? The young man's balcony is bigger. Okay, we might be able to say that. So Alifsu, that's why I'm going back through these comments and trying to identify them, yeah? Woman is closer to the edge of the balcony. Maybe she needs more attention. So this might be, Emre, your comment is more of the interrelation part, right? Berkali, self-sacrifices, again, more of the interrelation. Young one has a plant. Yes, good. That's parts. Although they won't be talking to each other during normal life. They had to talk because there's quarantine. They don't have anyone to talk to. So Minez, again, that's interrelation. That's the next part. Yaz, English, please. Empathy. Empathy is probably interrelation. Okay. Berkali, because one is on danger. If young one carrying, she will die. Okay. That again would go in the conclusion. The young human's balcony looks better. Okay, you could say that's a part. Young man does not leave the old woman alone. That would be more of an interrelation. Young one seems happy, old woman does not. Okay, that's a part. They're in love with each other. I don't know about that. The distance between them. Arda, that might be more of something that would be a conclusion, possibly. But again, overview, parts, title, author are all what's in the image. Okay? The real analysis starts at young man may want to chat and relive the old woman's stress. Okay, Sude, again, that would be more of a conclusion or maybe interrelation, okay? Guys, we are out of time for this class period. I will start the live broadcast again in a few minutes. Okay, Doa, that would be a part, the angle, right? So we know that where is the photographer standing to take this picture? That is one important thing. Right, on the street. So that's important to note. Could be another balcony, possibly. Could be the street, we don't know. Okay, I will see you guys in 10 minutes, okay? Bye.